This is Steve Young for the Co-Roundtable. I want to talk again about value and maybe values, because so much at the heart of our economic life and our own sense of personal security is, what do I have that's valuable? Is it money? Is it gold? Is it my intelligence? Is it my reputation? Where does value come from? And I think when we consider sort of the point of view of a moral capitalism, we have a notion about morality somehow linked to value, and capitalism also linked to value. But how do these two things work? Well, if we think about intangibles, I think we can see that value becomes complicated, complex. It's not just money, it's not just gold, it's not just pieces of paper, which are bonds or shares or something like that. So let me give you one case about the film studio MGM. Now, MGM made lots of movies, and when I was a kid, I remember it made so many movies and made a lot of money. But now it's putting itself up for sale because it doesn't really think it can make so much money, cannot generate that much value by actually running a business, by making new movies. What they want to do is sell they want to take advantage of the interest that people have today in the old movies, on live streaming, a new technology. They're shifting over from movie theaters and going to see a movie to staying in your house and watching a movie and paying some money for it. So that all these movies they made in the past now have, if you will, new value. And so the value of MGM is not as a production company making something new, it's as a company allowing access to its intellectual property. And intellectual property comes from the law, and that really is considered an intangible value, even though you can put a dollar price on it and put it on a balance sheet. The second thing that's interesting about value is how much of your value is made possible by laws and regulation by government. The classic old-fashioned idea is you own a piece of land. Well, who says you own a piece of land that only you can sell? Well, that's the government, that's the laws. If someone comes and throws you off your land, in this country, you can go get the sheriff to evict them. And you get to sell it and not your, what should I say, your brother-in-law. So in China, there was this huge, terribly successful company, Alibaba, or the Ant Group, which recently tried to go public and draw in a lot of cash by giving people a chance to get to share in their dividends and in the future growth of the stock market price of their shares. The Chinese government stepped in and had concerns about the way Ant Group did business, and so it could not go forward, could not get permission from the government to have an initial public offering. In short, the government sort of took away its title to some extent to the property. And then the government pressured Ant to change its line of business, to be less entrepreneurial, to be more traditional as a financial company. The stock market reacted to that by dropping. Nobody wanted to believe in the future value of Ant Group's shares, so the market price dropped. Then the government pressured more, and Ant Group gave in. So if you had bought Ant Group shares on the expectation, the intangible expectation that the stock price would continue to grow and grow and grow, your expectations were disappointed, were frustrated, were turned to naught by an action of the government. So value is a complicated thing.